This page is the vibrant cover of Saturn Fan Magazine from May 1997, featuring prominent anime characters promoting key titles for the Sega Saturn. The headline promotes coverage of Martian successor Nadesico and Super Robot Wars Fodea, highlighting new characters and strategy. Also heavily featured is the dating sim Kagyose, with a large 32-page strategy guide promised. The cover art itself showcases characters likely from Nadesico and Kagyose. The issue also teases coverage for games like Langrisser 2i, Resident Evil, Slayers Royal, Silhouette Mirage, Sentimental Graffiti, Real Sound, Kaze no Regret, and Ajanzel, Panzer Dragoon RPG, indicating a jam-packed issue for Saturn owners. The next page promotes the shooting game Sky Target for the Sega Saturn, available now for 5,800 yen. The page features a dramatic Japanese tagline and showcases the game's futuristic flying wing aircraft, the Talwar, alongside various impressive enemy designs like the ground battleship Hrafnir and the massive Zeppelin airship. The layout uses a radar screen motif with dogfight displayed prominently. Small screenshots provide a glimpse into the arcade-style action. The overall presentation emphasizes cool, impractical military technology and intense aerial combat. This page introduces the groundbreaking Sega Saturn game, Real Sound, Kaze no Regret. Unlike traditional games, it boasts absolutely no visuals. The screen is pitch black, and you play solely through sound. This unprecedented experience allows players to relax, even with their back to the TV. It's described as a completely new style of software, where you become the protagonist and navigate a love story through dialogue, music, and sound effects. Your choices and conversations with the women you meet will change the story, demanding significant imagination, but in return, a rich and detailed world unfolds before you. The game features a strong creative team, including director Kenji Ino, scriptwriter Yuji Sakamoto, known for hit TV dramas, and music from Keiichi Suzuki of Moonriders fame. Prominent actors such as Takashi Kashiwabara, Miho Kano, and Ryoko Shinohara lend their voices to this unique project, taking on the challenge of acting purely through sound. The game was released for Sega Saturn in the summer of 1997 for 6,400 yen. This page serves as the table of contents, presenting a wealth of gaming information. On the left, there's a striking visual promoting Shinsetsu Samurai Spirits, Bushido Retsuden, an RPG entry in the popular fighting series, featuring a live-action portrayal and screenshots from the game. The right side lays out the magazine's contents, highlighting features on major titles like Super Robot Wars Lef, Azel Panzer Dragoon RPG, Last Bronx, and Sonic Jam. It also lists previews and reviews for games such as Langrisser IV, Biohazard, and Sentimental Graffiti, among many others. The contents also cover strategies, new releases, regular columns on creator interviews, game rankings, reader contributions, and news, including a mention of Real Sound, Kaze no Regret from the previous page. The cover image depicted features anime characters. This page dives into the world of Super Robot Wars F, focusing on a shocking new development, the introduction of an original super robot, Mazin Kaiser. Prominently featured is a large, powerful illustration of Mazin Kaiser, accompanied by a smaller, cuter chibi version. The page explains Mazin Kaiser's nature, describing it as a new Mazinger following in the footsteps of Mazinger Z and Great Mazinger, possessing incredible power comparable to Getter Robo. It highlights its connection to Koji Kabuto and its origins as a prototype developed by Dr. Juzo Kabuto. Diagrams of the Kaiserpilder and a rear view of the robot are also included, showcasing its design. The content emphasizes the mystery and power of this new machine entering the fray in the game. This page introduces the 4 core original mechs, the Masu Kishin, and their pilots featured prominently in Super Robot Wars F. You'll find detailed profiles for Masaki Endo piloting Cybuster, Wind, Mio Sasuga piloting Zamzid, Earth, Titi Norbuk piloting Gaddis, Water, and Hoan Yanlong piloting Granzon, Fire. Each entry includes stunning character art, dynamic mech illustrations, and screenshots showing them in battle. These original characters and their powerful robots are central to the game's unique storyline, providing a look at the game's original cast alongside the familiar licensed machines. The next page shifts focus to introduce more original characters and mechs crucial to Super Robot Wars Furry's narrative. We're introduced to Valcione R and its pilot, Loon Zoldark, described as a powerful original machine developed by Loon's father. Following them is the mysterious Shu Shirakawa, alongside his formidable machine, Granzon, highlighted for its unique energy source, and Shu's genius. The page also showcases Super Robot Wars F's impressive CG movies, featuring dynamic transformations of Shin Getter Robo, a visual upgrade from previous titles. Finally, a major scoop reveals a new system allowing players to choose their protagonist's appearance from various designs by different artists, with potential protagonists like Geish, Bat, and others listed as options, enhancing player customization. The next page dives deeper into the world of Super Robot Wars F, starting with a Spirit Command quiz teasing gameplay mechanics. Producer Terada shares his thoughts on including iconic series like Ideon, Evangelion, and Shin Getter Robo, discussing their impact and how their unique elements, such as Ideon's immense power and Eva's umbilical cable, are handled in the game. The page highlights exciting new battle animations that showcase dynamic interactions between units and pilots, mentioning fan favorites like Mazinger Z and Getter Robo among others. There's also a call for fan illustrations and general submissions to the Super Robot Maniacs column. A dedicated section explores Space Runaway Ideon, detailing its significance as a realistic science fiction series, influencing later works like Gunbuster and its portrayal in SRWF. Finally, a limited edition SRWF box pre-order campaign is announced, bundled with exclusive items. This page reveals surprising facts about the dragon in a Bozel Panzer Dragoon RPG. It highlights the dragon's newly discovered ability to transform based on the player's intentions. The page delves into the game's dragon transformation system and morphing mechanics, noting that the evolution system from Panzer Dragoon Saga is carried over. Screenshots illustrate the model change and type select options, which influence the dragon's abilities and appearance, not just through leveling up, but also by altering its physical form. The article also compares Ashazel's dragon design to the original game, emphasizing the focus on a cool, simple look. This page delves further into the dragon's transformative abilities in a Genzel Panzer Dragoon RPG, illustrating how its form changes based on balancing its 4 core abilities: attack power, defense power, mind power, and agility. A diagram shows the concept, positioning different forms around a central standard type. The page showcases examples of how the dragon looks when a specific ability is prioritized, resulting in distinct forms like the attack type or defense type, and demonstrates the visual changes as abilities shift. It highlights that the dragon's abilities increase upon leveling up, and notes that the dragon's form can change at any time, even during field movement and combat, adding a dynamic element to gameplay. This page continues the deep dive into a SEGA Panzer Dragoon RPG, focusing on the dragon's visual morphing and the development process. It explains how the dragon's form smoothly transforms based on the player's input, specifically cursor movement on the type select screen, allowing for fine control over its shape. The page also features an interview with key development staff, including the designer, programmer, and another programmer, where they discuss the challenges and inspirations behind implementing the dynamic morphing system. Additionally, it highlights the strategic importance of choosing the appropriate dragon form in combat, as adapting to the enemy's situation is the key to victory, demonstrating how failing to understand the enemy or dragon types can be detrimental. This page focuses on the Saturn port of the arcade fighting game, Last Bronx, revealing all playable characters. The article highlights the game's development status, noting it was 45% complete at the time of writing. It features character profiles and artwork for Joe Inagaki and Toru Kurosawa, discussing specific details like Joe's detailed textures and the fidelity of the character models. Screenshots showcase the game's action and graphics, emphasizing the effort to match the arcade experience, particularly the characters' movements and expressions. The text mentions the game as a one-on-one fighting game and confirms the remaining characters beyond those previously shown are now public. The next page continues the coverage of Last Bronx for the Saturn, focusing on 2 more characters. Lisa Kusanami is highlighted for her aerial combos and detailed character model, while Sabaru Zaimoku is noted as the largest character in the game with impressive textures. The page features several screenshots showcasing their moves and the game's environments. An interview with Mr. Abe from AM3 discusses the progress on the Saturn port, mentioning it's now around 60% complete, and addressing some of the challenges in bringing the arcade experience home. Finally, the page teases the next character reveal, hinting at the formidable Red Eye. This page features a Sega dynamic preview for Sonic Jam, highlighting this compilation of classic Sonic titles for the Saturn. It focuses on the fateful reproduction of the lock-on system from Sonic and Knuckles, showing how combining it with Sonic 1, 2, and 3 changes the gameplay and allows players to experience these unique variations like playing as Knuckles in the earlier games. The page also offers a special report on Langrisser IV, an upcoming tactical RPG. Development is proceeding well, and the report delves into details of its action order combat system, explaining the formula used for turns, and the character creation process which influences your starting hero. Battle scenes are now presented in 2Ds, a change discussed as a deliberate design choice to better convey troop movements. The page includes character portraits and battle screenshots showcasing the game's tactical gameplay. This page continues the coverage of Langrisser IV, diving deeper into the game's story and gameplay with a preview of scenarios 3 through 5 from a sample room. Scenario 3, Twin Princesses, sees the protagonist Landius attempting to rescue Rachel, highlighting strategic challenges like navigating map layouts and facing numerically superior enemy forces. Scenario 4, Siblings Bond, focuses on rescuing Rachel from Gizeloff's Magic Research Institute, featuring indoor battles and complex unit positioning around central obstacles. Scenario 5, Annihilation, Communications Base, involves a tactical assault on a Federation base, emphasizing the need to disrupt enemy coordination and face foes approaching from multiple directions. The page also introduces key characters and world settings. We see profiles for Landius, Ricky, Rachel, and McLean, the main heroes. The Kakansis Kingdom and the Regenburg Federation are detailed, showcasing important figures like the Kakansis King, General Willer, General Selena, and General Bruno, as well as Federation leaders like Prince Creonius, General Rivars, Gizeloff, General Ardan, General Lanford, Prince Frederick, Princess Rosenshill, General Kruger, General Balk, and Vice Minister Emery. The descriptions offer insights into their personalities and roles in the unfolding narrative, providing context for the conflicts shown in the scenarios. This page features a major exposé on Biohazard, known globally as Resident Evil, covering the upcoming Saturn version. Character artwork of protagonists Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine is prominently displayed alongside dynamic screenshots. The article details how Jill is introduced as the second playable character and discusses the differences from the PlayStation version, noting potential advantages like increased save points in the Saturn release. It delves into the game's system and graphics, confirming they provide a satisfying experience. The action system is highlighted, describing the intuitive controls for combat, movement, and interaction. Background details and the depiction of gore are analyzed, confirming the high-quality visuals match the PS version, noting that while gore is present, the game is rated for all ages. The development of cutscenes and movies is also discussed, featuring both in-game and CG sequences. A section asks about a specific zombie, adding to the mystery. The article concludes by emphasizing the smooth development progress based on the visuals shown. This page continues the deep dive into Biohazard, showcasing the various terrifying locations players will explore. It details the sprawling mansion with its numerous rooms and the ever-present threat of zombies and hidden traps. Beyond the initial locale, the article introduces the mysterious dormitory, home to unsettling, aberrantly grown creatures like a giant spider, and the treacherous underground cave hinting at dark secrets. Finally, the courtyard is depicted as a place where mutated dogs, known as Cerberus, lie in wait. The spread highlights the core gameplay loop of exploration, combat against the undead and monstrous organisms, and the critical need to solve numerous puzzles to progress and uncover the truth behind the events. Key threats like Plant 42 and Immortal Plant are also featured, emphasizing the diverse challenges Chris and Jill will face in their fight for survival. This page jumps into the fighting action of Electronic Arts and Victor's arcade port, Rabble Daba. The core concept revolves around 8 characters who summon powerful animal spirits called Jushin to aid them in battle. The article details the mechanics of summoning, including the gauge required and the different effects the Jushin provide, such as special attacks or power-ups. Screenshots showcase the intense fights with both human and beast forms interacting. It also touches upon key fighting techniques like parrying and chain combos that are essential for victory in this unique combat system. Character art previews the diverse roster of fighters and their associated animal spirits. This page introduces the 8 main characters of Rabble Daba, each fighting to fulfill their personal wishes and possessing a powerful animal spirit called a Jushin. Featured here are the characters: Warren, an assassin ace with a rabbit Jushin, using projectiles and spinning attacks. Rex, a spy with a tiger Jushin, utilizing a rising attack and a tiger charge super. Jaku, a vengeful demon with a snake Jushin, performing bite attacks and a whirlwind super. Igisu, an Okama assassin with an ox Jushin, fighting with wrestling tackles and powerful throws. Higisu, a fortune teller's son with a dragon Jushin, known for tricky movements, small projectiles, and a spinning charge. Huen, a wild kabuki actor with a wolf Jushin, employing electric punches and ground-based wolf attacks. Eddie, a showy clown with a boar Jushin, shots demonstrate their special moves and fighting styles in action. This page features a special report on the game Sentimental Graffiti, finally revealing actual game screenshots and details about its system. The game centers around the player character receiving a mysterious letter from a girl they met in the past, prompting a year-long journey across Japan during holidays to find the sender and reconnect with the 12 girls they met while transferring schools. The screenshots display various aspects of the gameplay, including character interactions with dialogue, maps for national travel and exploring cities like Sapporo, and introduce a unique game parameter called sadness that affects relationships. The article highlights the blend of travel simulation and relationship building as the player aims to approach the girls and deepen their bonds within the game's timeframe. This page continues the focus on Sentimental Graffiti, offering a look at the game's presentation. On the left, it showcases scenes from the opening movie, highlighting dynamic animation of the girls dancing in various environments, including light and water effects, emphasizing the smooth and dreamlike quality. The right side features a character illustration gallery, presenting key art of several of the game's heroines, drawn by Akemi Takada. These illustrations provide a closer look at characters like Honoka Sawatari, Asuka Hoshino, and others, accompanied by short descriptive text, likely giving brief insights into their personalities or backgrounds met during the player's journey across Japan. This page continues discussing Sentimental Graffiti, highlighting the solo CD debuts for the game's heroines, with the first three, Honoka Sawatari, Nanami Sugihara, and Wakana Ayasaki, having already been released. The creds feature reversible jackets and picture discs. There's also a present campaign offering merchandise like booklets and pin badges related to the series. The main feature shifts focus to Lupin the Third Chronicle, a comprehensive database title celebrating Lupin's 30th anniversary. This game dives deep into the history of the classic Lupin series up through the Castle of Cagliostro, cataloging everything from items and locations in the Lupin library to detailed character profiles and design comparisons in character history. It also includes a sound collection of music, a challenging Maniac quiz to test fan knowledge, and a comic data show exploring the original manga. This looks like the definitive collection for any serious Lupin fan. This page announces Idle Mahjong Suchiapai Adventure, Doki Doki Nightmare, marking a significant shift for the series from Mahjong to a love adventure game. The focus is now on dating the beautiful girl Mahjong players and capturing their hearts in a new adventure setting. The article introduces two new characters joining the cast, Kotori Ninomiya, a quiet student, and Lilim, a unique elf-like character. The character designs for these new heroines are highlighted as being created by Kenichi Sonoda. This appears to be Jaleco's exciting new entry into the dating simulation genre, promising romantic interactions with both familiar faces and these intriguing new additions. This page showcases the Sega Saturn release of Madu Monogatari, the RPG series that originated the beloved Puyo Puyo characters. New costumes for protagonists Artule, Scherzo, and Lulu are unveiled. The article highlights that this Saturn iteration shifts from previous 3D dungeon formats to a 2D map, party-based RPG. An interview section details gameplay, confirming a three-person party, side-view battles with animated characters, and the inclusion of anime elements for events. Key changes from earlier titles include the introduction of towns and depicting the coexistence of humans and monsters. The page also features animated character portraits, including Arl. This page introduces the digital comic adventure game, Panic-chan. It centers around a mysterious girl who appears from a monitor, causing chows. The distinct character designs are the work of Takahiro Kimura, renowned for his role in series like Gaogaigar. The game is presented as a vibrant yet suggestive experience, blending anime cutscenes with command-based gameplay. The article specifically points out the game's use of parody and its detailed animation, notably highlighting the careful attention paid to character movement and jiggle physics. Screenshots showcase various anime-style scenes and character reactions, emphasizing the game's visual flair. The plot involves a protagonist working in a video store who encounters Panic-chan via a computer screen. Basic game details like genre and release information are also provided. This page previews two distinct Sega Saturn titles. On the left is 04 Champ Doozy J Typer, a racing game highlighted as the newest evolution in the series, scheduled for a May '97 release. The right side delves into Martian successor Nadesico, an adventure game based on the anime. It features a blend of dating simulation, where you aim to improve relationships with characters like Ruri and Akito, and strategic combat. The page offers tactics for both modes and outlines the game's progression, moving from story segments to tactical battles. This page continues the analysis of the adventure game Martian successor, Nadesico, focusing on the relationship-building aspects. It provides tips on increasing the favorability of the female characters by managing limited time effectively and prioritizing interactions with the target girl. The page highlights the importance of frequent conversations and explains how parameters and heart marks influence the likelihood of successful dates. It also discusses handling situations where a character runs away and offers advice on managing date invitations and making choices during these events. Various date event screenshots are shown featuring characters like Eureka, Megumi, Ruri, and Haruka, illustrating different scenarios such as school, dates, and unexpected situations, offering insight into the game's character interactions. This page focuses on the game's battle mode, providing essential strategies for success. It emphasizes the critical need for precise timing and accurate command inputs to maximize damage and defend effectively. The page details various command patterns, including examples for defensive maneuvers and offensive techniques like the wire fist and Geikigen flare, highlighting how learning these patterns is key. It also offers a breakdown of the battle mode across different chapters, noting how difficulty increases and strategies need to adapt. Finally, the page features character profiles for Irina, Ryoko, Hikaru, and Izumi, showcasing dialogue and key scenes likely related to the adventure mode and building relationships with the crew. This page shifts focus to Advanced World War, Millennium Empire's Rise and Fall, providing a strategic walkthrough. It features a comprehensive campaign map flowchart illustrating various branching paths and scenarios, from the initial operations through to the final battles, like the collapse of the Kremlin. The guide highlights a specific, perfect victory pattern, starting from the Ashikato operation. A major section delves into the critical choice players face before advancing on Moscow, discussing the strategic value of objectives like Kiev. It offers detailed tactical advice for the Moscow campaign, Map 56, including key locations like Tula and Kalinin, and emphasizes achieving the objective efficiently while managing enemy forces. The page also touches on weapon development relevant to countering Allied forces. This page continues the strategic guide for Advanced World War, Millennium Empire's Rise and Fall, focusing on specific campaign scenarios. It breaks down several key maps, starting with Map 57, the final battle for Moscow, detailing the objective to quickly take the Kremlin, despite initial low enemy numbers that receive reinforcements. The strategy emphasizes exploiting the weak enemy defense and completing an encirclement by turns 89. Next is Map 59, Beyond the Fortress Battle at Vyazma, noted as being similar to a previous map but with different troop placements. The advice here is to break through from the southern edge and encircle Kalinin. The guide also covers Map 58, the largest encirclement battle in history, at Kyiv, explaining the goal of encircling Soviet forces and using artillery and air support, noting a potential issue with the front line getting stuck. Finally, Map 60, the final battle, revisits Moscow later in the year, under snow conditions. It highlights the similarity in layout to Map 57, but stresses the challenge of dealing with elite infantry and heavy artillery in the snow, advocating for a swift early assault on the Kremlin, similar to the Map 57 strategy. Each section lists the playable generals and relevant reinforcement conditions where applicable. This page shifts focus completely to the school life simulation game Eberouge. It features a vibrant illustration of the main characters and provides a comprehensive guide to navigating the academy and building relationships with the various female classmates. The page details how the protagonist's actions influence the ending, emphasizing the goal of finding a happy ending, potentially involving marriage. Sections are dedicated to understanding the girls' personalities and interests to deepen bonds, noting how joining the same club can boost affinity. Character profiles for the 11 key girls are presented, divided into those who appear young/rebellious and those who mature beautifully throughout the game. These profiles include their voice actors, birthdays, club affiliations, and brief personality notes, often accompanied by character portraits and in-game screenshots. Further gameplay tips are scattered throughout, illustrated with smaller screenshots, advising on actions like giving gifts, visiting character rooms, and engaging in specific events to learn more about the girls and improve relationships. The guide stresses that interacting with the girls and understanding their unique traits is crucial to uncovering the game's secrets and enjoying the story. This page showcases Stakes Winner 2, highlighting the pursuit of glory in horse racing with a large, action-packed illustration. It includes comprehensive guides on developing your horse's abilities through dedicated study and participation in various club activities. These sections, presented in detailed tables, illustrate how different endeavors impact a horse's key attributes, such as strength, stamina, intelligence, and magical capabilities. Screenshots provide a glimpse into the intense race action. The page also offers valuable breeding passwords and promotes a GI race prediction contest for players. Essential release details, including the developer Saurus and publisher SNK, alongside the game's price and genre, are provided. The next page showcases the dating simulation game Kakusei for Sega Saturn, featuring its anime art style, character illustrations, and promoting the experience of a romantic visual novel. This page features the puzzle game sensation, Magical Drop 2i, specifically the Torate Zukengu version for the Sega Saturn. The left side showcases vibrant character artwork and boldly proclaims it a puzzle game revolution. It highlights the release date of June 20, 1997, with a price of 5,800 yen. The right side presents a fun, multi-panel manga tutorial, High Priestess Sensei's Easy to Understand Magidro Course Part 2, diving into the crucial mechanics of chaining drops, a key skill for high scores and victory in Magical Drop. It breaks down the concepts using cute chibi characters and diagrams. The next page presents a dual feature. On the left, a promotion for the acclaimed Studio Ghibli film Princess Mononoke announces special screenings across Japan in early July, hosted by a collaboration of 14 Tokuma Shuten magazines. It highlights the film's impending release. The right side focuses on the Sega Saturn game Digital Anju, Cyber Angel SS. An announcement apologizes for a one-week delay in the game's release, confirming the new date as June 6th. It describes the title as an adventure game featuring 8 beautiful girls, revealing key voice cast members and production staff, alongside the price of 5,800 yen. This page features a large promotion for the Sega Saturn game Chojiku Yosai Macross I Oboete Imasuka. This is a side-scrolling shooter based on the classic movie Do You Remember Love, bringing the emotional story and dynamic battles to the Sega Saturn on a 2-disc set, scheduled for release in June. The right side provides a Sega Saturn news update section called News Dynamite. It highlights the ongoing Saturn Festa in Tokyo Joyopolis event, which showcases new Saturn software, features contests like Puyo Puyo and Virtualon tournaments, character dances, and a photogenic selection. There's also a mention of a Sega Saturn Festa point card system, offering rewards for collecting points. Upcoming events and game releases are listed, including Mr. Bones, Sonic Jam, Full Count Yonku Super Factory, and Last Bronx, scheduled through August. This page is a reader submission postcard from Saturn Fan Magazine issue number 10. It provides readers with forms to engage with the magazine content. Sections are included for ranking a variety of Sega Saturn games listed on the page, applying for reader presence featured in the issue, and sending comments, requests, or letters to specific magazine sections like Ranking Street and the Cornhead Club. Readers are required to fill in personal details such as their address, name, age, gender, and phone number to participate in the polls and present giveaways. The postcard is addressed to Tokuma Shuten Intermedia. This page features a News Dynamite section, highlighting upcoming events and releases. The big news is the announcement of the Tokyo Game Show 97 Autumn, detailing its move to Makuhari Messe and September dates. The pickup section previews new game-related media, including music creds for Super Robot Wars, Tokimeki Memorial, and Virtualon, alongside a novel based on Detective Jinguji Saburo. Sega and Kinki Nippon Tourist are promoting a tie-up tour package to Sega World in Australia. There are also articles covering a radio drama based on the game DX Hired, and a report from the voice recording studio for the Saturn title Slayers Royal. An interesting piece discusses a company specializing in repairing scratched cryodromes. Finally, the page includes a giveaway section offering game merchandise like stickers and posters. This page is dedicated to game rankings, presenting the real-time game ranking and the ranking street sections. A ranking report highlights key movements, noting that Evangelion 2nd and Hanakumi Taisen columns have climbed the charts. The report also discusses the impact of the new package version of Evangelion and touches on the continued popularity of games like Sakura Taisen, which tops the cumulative ranking list. The main section features a large table detailing current game rankings based on player votes and scores, providing a snapshot of what titles are popular at the moment across various platforms. This page features a large reader survey where the magazine asks readers about their gaming habits, demographics, and opinions on the magazine's content. Participants can win prizes like popular games, including Super Robot Wars, Fi, and Sonic Jam, or a special Sega Saturn Teleca card. The page includes lists of articles in the current issue, other magazines, hardware platforms, and a comprehensive list of Sega Saturn game titles. There are also detailed instructions and examples on how to correctly fill out the survey postcard to ensure participation. This page is packed with fan contributions for Sega Saturn enthusiasts. Readers share diverse thoughts, from the joy of the announced Sonic Jam release for the Saturn, a title featured as a prize in the previous issue's survey, to discussions about the fan club's name and opinions on game reviews. There's a detailed review of Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Summoner, highlighting its deep gameplay and world. The Sega AM Freak section showcases impressive fan art featuring characters from various Sega titles like Virtua Fighter 3, Command & Conquer, Mr. Bones, and Nights into Dreams, demonstrating the passion for Sega's arcade and console games. Other segments include personal stories, a short manga, and thoughts on game criticism, all reflecting the lively community surrounding the Saturn. This page features the We Are Supporters section, a vibrant fan corner filled with reader contributions across various games and media. Dedicated sections showcase fan art and comments for popular titles like Grandia, Tokimeki Memorial, Sakura Wars, and Lunar, expressing enthusiasm for characters and recent developments like Drama Creds or OVAs. There's also a significant focus on Neon Genesis Evangelion, with fan art and discussion about its related audio releases. The page includes general network boards covering fan opinions on game criticism, sales, and personal experiences, continuing a discussion on Sonic from the previous issue. A notable section highlights reader requests for game ports, specifically listing titles like Night Trap and Battle Garega that fans hope to see on the Sega Saturn. This page features a diverse collection of fan contributions and a dedicated game guide. The illustration gallery showcases reader artwork inspired by titles like Dynamite Cop, Lunar, Chaos Seed, Slayers, and Kakyusei, highlighting popular characters and moments. The SATA Fan Q&A provides a direct line between readers and the editorial team, addressing questions about games, hardware, and magazine content. A significant portion of the page is dedicated to a strategy guide for the game Kakyusei, focusing on how to build relationships with the game's many female characters, and outlining effective strategies for dating and triggering events within the game's romance simulation gameplay. Submission guidelines are also included, encouraging further reader interaction. This page continues the comprehensive strategy guide for the romance simulation game, Kakyusei. It delves into the fundamental principles of pursuing relationships, detailing how to effectively manage your weekly schedule, balancing school and part-time jobs, which are essential for earning money for dates and gifts. The guide explains various methods for increasing a girl's affection, highlighting the importance of conversation choices, and the strategic use of gifts, especially for special occasions. It even provides a breakdown of where to purchase different items and the types of gifts available. Further mechanics covered include visiting a girl's house and the crucial steps for arranging and executing dates, illustrating key moments with screenshots of the game interface and character CGS. This section is packed with practical advice for navigating the game's relationship system. The next page provides a detailed map of Otsukimura Town in Kakyusei, highlighting the various locations where the protagonist can spend time and interact with characters. It breaks down key shops and facilities, showing screenshots and explaining what you can do at each place, from buying gifts at the flower shop or fancy shop, to finding part-time work at the coffee shop, or taking girls on dates to the world's best park, garden pool, bowling alley, or movie theater. The guide emphasizes that visiting these locations is crucial for advancing relationships, earning money, and discovering encounters with the game's various heroines. It covers locations ranging from practical stops like the drugstore and fish market to more intriguing spots like the fortune teller and suspicious old man's shop, providing essential information like business hours for strategic planning within the game's weekly schedule. The next page dives deeper into the world of Kakusei, expanding on the town map with more key locations like the school dormitory, train station for travel, public library, hospital, art museum, park, and shrine. It also introduces the adult world night spots behind the station, including a shop selling mature items, a cabaret, and a love hotel, highlighting the game's broader scope of interactions. The focus shifts to the school itself, Kakusei Gakuen, detailing its campus and multi-floor building layout. The school is a vital hub for meeting girls, though access is limited to Saturday afternoons. Navigating the school efficiently is key, as time is limited before the gate closes at 6 p.m. The page provides strategic tips on where to find specific girls both on campus and inside the building, crucial for progressing relationships. This page serves as a comprehensive guide to Hazuki Town's many date spots in Kakusei, detailing locations like the Hazuki Moon Plaza, Manbutei Aquarium, and Yokohama Nanpa Amusement Park, complete with operating hours and costs. It also provides a detailed strategy guide for dating the character Mizuho Yuki, covering her personal data, where she can be found, and recommended places to take her. The guide offers advice on how to interact with her, navigate potential relationship milestones like dating, the first kiss, and increasing intimacy, even touching on less romantic encounters like trouble on the train, and how different responses impact her affection level. Screenshots illustrate various interactions and locations throughout the page. This page delves into the seasonal events within Kakusei, guiding players through various encounters with the game's characters. The spring and summer sections highlight events like playing tennis with Mizuho Yuki at the tennis court, and meeting her at the Miracle Theater Cafe, detailing the specific time and potential dialogue choices that arise. Moving into summer, you can experience a fireworks event at Hazuki's house, or spend time with a character at the Hazuki Moontown Garden Pool, each offering unique scenes and decisions. The autumn and winter months feature events such as celebrating Halloween, visiting the children's park for traditional games, and even a quiet moment inside a train car, showcasing different aspects of the characters' personalities and providing opportunities to deepen your relationships through carefully selected actions. This page focuses on Miko Kamiyama from Kakusei, presenting her personal data and where she can be found. It details seasonal events from spring through summer, including encounters at a shrine, the children's park, and a garden pool. These events are accompanied by screenshots and highlight different dialogue choices the player can make. The page also discusses the progression of the relationship with Miko, explaining when dates become possible, the concept of gates that affect encounters, and when these limitations are removed, illustrating these points with more screenshots and character art. This page continues the guide for Miko Kamiyama, focusing on fall and winter events like exploring World Park and visiting a shrine, featuring screenshots and illustrating key moments in her relationship progression. The page then introduces Raiko Shindo with her vital personal data and explains where and when she can be found. A strategy section details her challenging, proud personality and provides tips on how to raise her affection, suggesting visiting and calling her. Recommended date spots are listed, and screenshots show interactions and potential date outcomes. This section also includes a large character portrait of Raiko. This page details events for the character Raiko across spring/summer and fall/winter. Spring and summer events include encountering her in the girls' restroom and at South African Park, featuring amusing scenarios and dialogue like, "Oh, please stop," or "You did it, mister monkey." A summer event at Raiko's house shows poolside scenes and presents choices affecting her affection or unlocking CGS. Fall and winter events involve visiting the Tsukioku Town Art Museum, World Park, and the gymnasium. These events showcase different sides of Raiko, including clumsy moments or surprising reactions, highlighting opportunities for the player to build rapport and experience key character moments and CGS throughout the seasons. This page provides a comprehensive guide to dating Ryoko Kano in Tokimeki Memorial. It covers her personal data, preferred locations like the art room, and specific recommended date spots such as World Park or Miracule Plaza. The guide details important seasonal events, including a spring event at her house tied to becoming a model, a summer event at the shrine, and encounters at the World Park and Garden Pool, highlighting crucial choices and CGS like the infamous grotesque nude model event, or moments from dates. It concludes with advice on dating Ryoko, emphasizing that longer dates are key, and affection significantly increases after certain intimate moments, suggesting that reaching the dating stage means you're already quite successful. This page is a guide focusing on dating Maki Midoritani in Tokimeki Memorial. Her personal data is presented, including her birthday on February 20th, Pisces zodiac sign, blood type A, height 154 centimeters, and measurements B83, 61 per hour 89. The guide highlights that you can primarily meet Maki at the Edome Fish Market, where she works. It emphasizes the importance of visiting on Saturday afternoons around 5 p.m. Screenshots show the fish market location and interaction prompts. Recommended date spots to increase affection include the aquarium, Happy Strike, Miracule Plaza, and World Park. The guide provides tips on progressing the relationship after dating begins, suggesting that the aquarium is her favorite, and advising against double dates. It notes that building closeness requires understanding her personality and paying attention to her reactions, ultimately aiming for a deep, affectionate relationship. The page features character art of Maki in her fish market uniform and in a more relaxed pose, along with multiple in-game screenshots from dating scenarios. This page continues the Tokimeki Memorial Guide for dating Maki Midoritani, detailing specific seasonal events that occur as your relationship progresses. The guide covers spring and summer events like dates at the station and the children's park, highlighting key choices and moments, including potential glimpses of fan service. It also details a summer game center date, where Maki showcases her powerful dynamite punch. Moving into autumn and winter, the page describes dates such as bowling, visiting an aquarium, and a trip to the zoo where Maki reveals her more relaxed side. Finally, it covers a romantic winter event at a shrine, where you can make a pinky promise. Each section provides context, important choices for the player, and notes on how Maki reacts, emphasizing the need to understand her personality to deepen your connection. This page shifts focus in the Tokimeki Memorial Guide to Mahoko Mochida, providing her personal data and explaining that the key to getting close to her is frequent visits to the Cattleya flower shop where she works. Recommended date spots are listed, including parks, a planetarium, and an aquarium. The guide details seasonal events, like helping her at the train station in spring, a pool date where you can see her in a swimsuit, an amusement park date with roller coaster rides, and pivotal moments like walking her home or seeing her after a shower or in her room, illustrating the progression of the relationship and key decision points. This page continues the guide to dating in Tokimeki Memorial, shifting focus to events spanning autumn to winter and introducing two new potential love interests, Mayumi Tachibana and Nana Minagawa. For the main character, events covered include an autumn trip to the Mambo Aquarium with choice options, and a winter date at Sekaiichi Park. The page provides detailed personal data, personality descriptions, tips on how to improve your relationship, where to meet them, and recommended date spots for both Mayumi and Nana, accompanied by screenshots showing interactions with them. Mayumi is an energetic girl who enjoys playing and being out, while Nana is a timid tennis club member who loves shoujo manga. This page continues the in-depth guide to dating the cast of Tokimeki Memorial, presenting 5 more potential partners. We meet Miyuki Ijima, a competitive sporty girl, Shizuka Mitsuki, the school nurse with a mysterious side, Ai Minamizato, a shy and seemingly innocent underclassman, Minatsu Yamashita, who works at a cafe and seems hesitant about love, and Tina, a foreign exchange student from a southern country who is surprisingly popular. For each character, the guide provides essential details like their personal data, personality traits, strategies for improving your relationship, key locations to meet them, and recommended date spots. Screenshots show interactions with each girl, giving players crucial hints on navigating the complexities of high school romance. The advice ranges from dealing with Miyuki's competitive nature to understanding why Minatsu is hesitant about love and how to get close to Tina. This is vital info for anyone looking to complete their dating quest. This page presents a special interview focusing on the game Live UP to Elf, featuring character designer Kodomi Sensei and Elf development head Atsushi Shimoda. The article delves into character design secrets, the experience of developing and releasing the Saturn version of the game, and discussions about favorite characters. Original illustrations by Kodomi Sensei are showcased, including the striking cover illustration and some charming sketches, offering insight into the game's visual style and the designer's thoughts on drawing different characters. This page continues the special interview with Atsushi Shimoda, the head of development at Elf, focusing on the Saturn version of Live UP to ELF. Shimoda discusses incorporating new elements into the Saturn release, his approach to balancing originality and user expectations, and the importance of reacting to user feedback. He touches upon the future direction for ELF, mentioning the upcoming Windows 95 title, IHOU Jin, The Visitors, highlighting its usage-focused adventure gameplay and darker scenes, available on May 30th for 8,800 yen. The page also includes information about various game designer schools in Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka, offering different courses for aspiring game creators. Illustrations related to Live UP to ELF characters and IHOU Jin are featured, providing a visual glimpse into ELF's work. This page presents the latest software information based on actual sales data and reader questionnaires. It features several ranking lists, including a pre-release popularity ranking where new titles are making a strong showing, and a desired port ranking, discussing the fluctuating points for games like Final Fantasy V2 and Street Fighter II-I. A significant portion is dedicated to the Saturn sales rankings, including a special feature on cumulative sales leaders and weekly charts for late April and early May, highlighting top performers like Live UP to ELF, Mobile Suit Nadesico, and Shinseki Evangelion titles. This page features the latest reader rankings and game reviews. Taking the top spot is Hanagumi Taisen Columns, a puzzle game featuring the popular characters from the Sakura Wars series, which garnered a significant lead over the competition. Following in second place is Cyberbot's Full Metal Madness. The page presents a comprehensive table listing games ranked by reader score, along with release details and various evaluation metrics from story to graphics. Reader comments offer direct feedback, both positive and negative, on the ranked titles, providing insights into the games that resonated most with players at the time. There are also sections for brief, bitter comments and messages directly from the game developers. The next page continues the ranking street, featuring games placed from 3rd to 8th. Claiming the 3rd spot is Metal Slug, lauded for its intense arcade action, although some found its difficulty curve quite steep. Following at 4th is Quo Vadis 2, a strategy RPG that impressed players with its deep tactical options and engaging story. Puzzle Bobble 3 ranks 5th, praised as an accessible and fun puzzle game, particularly highlighting its competitive modes. In 6th place is Shin Kaitei Gunkan, a simulation title recognized for its strategic depth, despite criticism regarding AI turn times. Angelique Special 2, a dating simulation, secures the 7th position, noted for its charming cast and well-balanced romantic elements. Rounding out this section at 8th is Pro Yaku Greatest 997, which received positive feedback for its refined baseball gameplay mechanics, especially pitching and batting. Each entry includes reader reviews, offering insights into what players loved and disliked, alongside comments directly from the game developers. This page continues the ranking street from the previous section, covering games ranked from 9th to 15th. Dragon Master Silk lands at 9th, receiving mixed reviews for its RPG elements and pacing. Monster Rider, a puzzle/action game at 10th, is praised for its strategic depth and challenging AI. Coming in at 11th, Ina's Fantasy Stories is noted for its character development and story, though some wished for more depth early on. Uncharted Waters 2 is 12th, a simulation game appreciated for its character-driven exploration and trading. The strategy RPG, Sangokushi Kumeiden, is 13th, focusing on Zhuge Liang's story with deep scenarios, but some found the gameplay repetitive. Shin Ken, a fighting game, takes 14th place, recognized for its solid combat system and combos. Finally, at 15th is Jissen Pachislot, Hishuhao Twin, a pachinko simulation with varied opinions on its realism compared to the actual machines. This page presents the lower rankings in Ranking Street, starting with 16th place, the dating sim Graduation Crossworld, where reviewers enjoyed the character interactions but found the dialogue repetitive. At 17th is the RPG Farland Story Dance of Destruction, noted for its strategic depth but criticized for being lengthy and difficult. The classic shooter port, Wolffang SS Kuga 2001 is 18th, appreciated for its arcade feel despite some wishing for a more faithful port. Coming in 19th, the fishing simulation Illusionary Black Base charmed players with its simple premise and cute characters. At 20th, Voice Idol Maniac's Pool Burst Story is a minimal voice actor game with limited content. The pachinko simulator Sankyo Fever Real Machine Simulation S ranks 21st, receiving mixed feedback on its realism. Finally, at 22nd is Actua Golf, a golf sim praised for its realistic feel, but found lacking depth due to the absence of environmental factors impacting the ball. The page also includes recruitment for game reviewers and a list of games planned for future coverage. This page features a substantial preview of the action game Silhouette Mirage by Treasure. The article details the game's core combat mechanics, revolving around two attributes, Silhouette and Mirage, and how hitting enemies with opposing attributes deals damage, while hitting the same attribute reduces your spirit gauge. It also introduces a third normal attribute, and the reflector ability used against them. Screenshots display various gameplay scenarios and boss encounters, with a particular highlight on revealing bosses from the first two areas. On the left, the Sega CS Development Room Diary series concludes, including a contest giveaway and a feature on developer Yasushi Takuchi, noting his past work on games such as Phantasy Star and a dozen Panzer Dragoon RPG, alongside sections covering Magic, the Gathering challenges within the development team. This page provides an in-depth look at Treasure's intriguing action game, Silhouette Mirage. It introduces the game's protagonist, Shayna, showcasing her design and concept sketches. The article then details the first two areas, Shamaine and Rakia, highlighting the diverse environments and the importance of learning Shahina's unique abilities in the initial shelter area. Key bosses from these stages are revealed, including Gregory, Moses, Paracelsus, Goliath, Altar 2, and the mysterious giant fish, with descriptions of their characteristics and combat styles, accompanied by gameplay screenshots. Shayna's rival, Zofar, is also featured, explaining her ability to switch between two forms with different attributes. Finally, the powerful rulers of the Mirage and Silhouette forces, Halar and Megiddo, are introduced, setting the stage for the game's narrative conflict. This page delves into the world of Falcom classics, spotlighting the influential titles Dragon Slayer and YS. It showcases a Saturn collection featuring these pioneering action RPGs, highlighting the inclusion of both faithful original modes and modern arranged versions for Dragon Slayer. The article touches upon the massive success of Xanadu, another key Falcom game. It also provides a detailed look at YS, celebrating its status as a PC gaming cornerstone, and discussing its diverse development and the anticipation for YS2. The page features numerous screenshots illustrating the gameplay of both series and character artwork, offering insights from the developers on the game's enduring appeal and the philosophy behind their design. This page dives into the world of Daisuke, a school romance simulation game for the Saturn. The game puts you in the shoes of a protagonist, aiming for an elite school life while searching for a companion. You'll manage your daily schedule, affecting your abilities and progress. A key feature is the detailed character creation system, letting you customize personality, appearance, and skills. Your 2 years at the academy are filled with various events like dates, summer festivals, and fireworks displays, alongside academic challenges like final exams. Success in academics and relationships leads to different endings, including graduation with a confession. There are 9 potential companions to pursue, each with their own personality. Uniquely, the game features a reverse approach system, where the girls can initiate interactions. The page also touches upon potential setbacks like failed dates and alternative routes if you don't find a companion by graduation. A bonus disc is also mentioned, packed with strategy hints, character CGS, and voice actor messages. This page delves into True Story Samurai Spirit's Bushido Retsuden, an RPG based on the popular fighting game series. The game allows players to travel the world, encountering various characters and events. It details different methods of travel, including on foot and by ship, as you explore new locations. The report introduces new characters and mysterious figures appearing in specific story chapters, such as Shibaruba in South America's Green Hell, and the legendary sorcerer Holly in San Francisco. It also touches upon the Demon Shrine Chizen faction and their leader. Supporting non-player characters who aid the journey, like Hanzo Hattori and Yagyu Jubei, are highlighted. The combat system incorporates special moves familiar from the fighting games, along with new techniques and winning characters' strike poses. The page concludes with a data table providing basic game information like genre, release details, and development status. This page features a report on the mystery adventure game, Cat the Ripper, the 13th Detective. Based on a novel, the game places you in a virtual parallel UK where you team up with detectives to pursue a serial killer. The story begins with the protagonist waking up to find a body in Lord Browning's room, getting immediately drawn into the case. Gameplay involves carefully investigating locations by searching, moving, checking your inventory for necessary items, and making choices that affect the outcome. The report highlights encounters with key characters, like the distinctive duo, Kid and Pink, and details exploring environments, such as Lord Browning's room, and a mysterious tunnel. Screenshots showcase the game's environments, character models, and the inventory system, giving a glimpse into the investigation process. This page features a report on the game Slayers Royal. It delves into the game's unique battle system, original characters, and story setup. The battle system is highlighted as tactical, inheriting the comical feel of the original series, focusing on character movement, attacks, and magic use. Different types of spells are shown in action through screenshots, including powerful area effect spells. The story introduces new characters, like the elf boy Lark, his sister Linnea, and the frame doll Radia, connecting them to a plot involving demons and a quest to revive a legendary castle using a mysterious accessory. Visual scenes and character art showcase the game's presentation, while icon displays help players understand character status and receive help during gameplay. This page presents a report on the board game Momotaro Dentetsu, Duchuki, which brings the popular series to the Sega Saturn console. Set in the Edo period, the game features unique events and systems tied to the era. Players travel using period-appropriate transport like palanquins and horses, and even weather like heavy rain and thunder affects movement. The main source of chows is the Bombay Great Demon, who interferes constantly by stealing money, summoning disruptive demons, and even splitting into 4 copies of himself, multiplying the trouble for players. There are countermeasures, like the Karakuri bomb, to deal with the demon's antics. The page also touches upon wealth-increasing events, requests to defeat monsters from villagers, and a screen zoom feature for checking player locations. There's a note about a present campaign, giving away Hudson's soft games to readers. This page provides a detailed report on the action RPG, Mono Mono. The game features over 200 items and delves into its story setting and battle system. Players embark on an adventure starting from Mono Mono Village to help a sick friend named Yuki by journeying into a cave. The battle system is action-based, requiring players to use upper and lower attacks and defense, incorporating special moves and items in real-time combat. Key characters include the protagonist Jen, his friend Yuki, a strange doctor/inventor, a unique shopkeeper, and a large rabbit-like creature. The report also touches upon a voice recording session for the game. This page reports on the strategy simulation game, Daisen Ryaku Strong Style. The article highlights its dedication to realistic modern warfare simulation. Key features discussed include the detailed battle system, where unit direction affects combat, compatibility between different weapon types, and the newly added map editor allowing players to create custom battlefields with various terrain types. It also covers the unit organization system, introducing corps that can be formed for combined arms assaults. Screenshots show gameplay on hexagonal maps, the map editor interface, unit stats, and commander portraits. The report also touches upon the game's impressive opening movie and discusses powerful combat aircraft like the F-15 Eagle and Su-27 Flanker. This page features announcements from Jaleco and Takuma Shootin' Intermedia. On the left, Jaleco promotes the Sega Saturn release of the classic arcade shooter game Tengoku, the Game Paradise. They highlight the Gokuraku pack, which includes the game software and an original video on VHS, alongside a game-only normal pack. The game boasts new modes, expanded character rosters, original music, and voice drama. There's also mention of a Jaleco radio show featuring voice actors from the game. The right side covers magazines from Takuma Shootin' Intermedia. Famimaga 64 is presented as the #1 Nintendo game information magazine, with its July issue featuring breaking news on Pokémon Stadium 2, Aerogauge, and Power League 64, plus strategies for Turok and Star Fox 64. The magazine is a monthly release. Below that, another magazine is showcased, focusing on Bishojo characters and voice actors, highlighting Virtual Idol. This July issue includes a survey on anticipated sequel Idol games, like Tokimeki Memorial 2 and True Love Story 2, and features content on popular voice actors. This magazine is released monthly on the 22nd. This page features an in-depth interview with members of the development team behind the Sega Saturn game, Real Sound, Kaze no Regret. This groundbreaking adventure title is unique for its time, relying solely on audio storytelling rather than visuals in the era of CG and polygons. The interview delves into the challenges and thought processes of programmer Naoya Sato and game designer Osamu Watanabe in bringing this ambitious concept to life. They discuss the initial skepticism surrounding a sound-only game, the extreme focus on achieving the highest possible audio quality, the meticulous recording of environmental sounds, and the complexity involved in crafting the game's intricate, branching narrative paths. It's a fascinating look at the technical and creative hurdles overcome to deliver a truly immersive auditory experience. The next page continues the deep dive into the unique Sega Saturn title, Real Sound, Kaze no Regret, this time featuring an interview with the game's director, Kenji Ino. He discusses the ambitious recording process, which took place in multiple studios, including London and Tokyo, highlighting the effort to capture incredibly detailed and immersive sound effects crucial for a game with no visuals. Ino touches upon the challenges of creating a purely audio narrative adventure, the importance of music and voice acting, and the complex branching story structure. The interview provides insight into the dedication required to craft such a groundbreaking sensory experience, emphasizing the immense work behind the game's audio world. Photos show Kenji Ino and a cluttered workspace, hinting at the intense development. The next page features an interview with Masato Miyagawa, the representative director of the acclaimed developer Treasure, discussing BASIC for Sega Saturn. Miyagawa shares his early programming experiences using BASIC, including creating something akin to Pac-Man, highlighting its accessibility for beginners. He emphasizes that with modern hardware, BASIC offers significant potential for rapid game prototyping and testing ideas. Treasure, known for their intense action games like Dynamite Headdy and Silhouette Mirage, featured here with screenshots, demonstrates a creative spirit. Miyagawa encourages aspiring creators to use BASIC for building games, seeing it as a valuable tool for understanding overall game flow and iteration. The page underscores that even complex game development can start with simple, approachable tools like BASIC. This page previews upcoming releases, focusing on a complete strategy guide for Star Fox 64, featuring detailed maps and tactics to help players conquer every stage. It also covers Dark Hunter, a fantasy horror game based on a Kaoru Kurimoto work. Dark Hunter offers a unique experience with its animation drama style and a dual-mode system, allowing players to both enjoy the story and study English by switching between Japanese and English audio and text. The game unfolds the truth behind the mysterious Hokari Gakuen through its drama mode, while the study mode provides tools for language learning. This page features Digital Anju, Denshin Tenshi SS, an adventure game for the Sega Saturn about angels and fallen angels in a fin de siècle setting. The game offers a branching multi-story experience, where player choices through simple commands affect the protagonist's state and the narrative, leading to different endings. You'll spend time interacting with the various cute angel heroines who feature prominently in the screenshots. The game also includes event-driven battle scenes, where the angels fight using piloted machines. Profiles for the main angels and fallen angels are included, showing character art and brief descriptions. This page dives into 04 Champ Doozy J Typer, a unique blend of racing, RPG, and puzzle elements. The core gameplay focuses on winning 400-meter drag races across America to become the world champion, with success heavily reliant on tuning your car. A key feature is the partner system, where you choose from 8 distinct girl tuners. Beyond racing, the game incorporates a deep racing simulation. You build your partner's emotional connection through dates and gifts, which directly improves her tuning skills and impacts your racing performance. The game is packed with high-quality minigames across various genres, like RPGs, puzzles, casino games, and more. Many of these are tied to event triggers, offering fun distractions and challenges beyond the main racing events. This page dives into Game Tengoku, the Game Paradise, a super-energetic vertical scrolling shooter featuring an all-star cast of characters from Jaleco's history. It's a faithful port of the arcade game, enhanced with additional content for the home release. You can select from 6 unique characters, including new additions, each boasting their own special attacks. The game introduces an enhanced arrangement mode and a challenging time attack mode, complete with character commentary. Beyond the arcade stages, new levels like Karaoke World, Home Game World, and others are included, expanding the experience. Special editions even came with bonus media, like anime and music videos. This page features a points review section offering impressions on new Saturn software releases. The highlight is Go Go Goal! J-League, a polygon soccer game based on 97 J-League data. It boasts smooth 1/60th second processing, various camera views including replay options, and deep strategic gameplay with extensive team and player command customization. Players can utilize individual skills like overhead kicks and heals. The page also introduces, quote, likely a dating simulation or visual novel, focusing on character design and narrative, prompting questions about love and relationships. Reviewer opinions are included, with receiving a score of 8.0. A list of upcoming software is also provided, covering releases from May 16th to May 30th. This page features a collection of now on sale Saturn Soft Impression reviews. Kicking things off is Digital Angel SS, a visual novel type game focusing on character charm, story, and voice acting, though reviewers noted some gaps in the character and story development, resulting in an average score of 5.0. Next is the fighting game Groove on Fight, praised for its intense battles and system depth, including new mechanics like Gatling Punch and mid-air attack, earning a solid 6.2 average. Drex Hired, another fighting game, stood out visually, but its unique system was found complex, leading to a 4.8 average. Shifting Gears, Blam! Machine Head is a 3D shooting game with polygon graphics and machine gun action, though reviewers found the controls difficult and movement painful, also scoring 4.8. The 2P versus racing game Crime Wave offers car chase battles and item targeting, with frustrating controls but enjoyable driving, averaging 5.2. Finally, Skullfang, a shooting game sequel with a unique speed system and boss battles, was seen as having wasted potential despite focusing on challenging boss encounters, also scoring 5.2. This page continues the now on sale Saturn Soft Impression reviews, featuring diverse genres. Three Dirty Dwarves is an action game with a unique atmosphere, praised for co-op play but criticized for its punishing difficulty, scoring an average of 4.8. Derby Analyst is a horse racing prediction simulation, focused on data input and forecasting outcomes, receiving a low 4.8. Cube Battler Anna Marihan updates the puzzle series with a new protagonist, emphasizing puzzle solving and strategic elements. Fishing Koshien 2 is a fishing game based on a TV show, highlighting competitive angling with a focus on realistic battles, achieving a 6.4 average. Dark Hunter Forest of the Demon is an animation drama with educational elements, following a story and incorporating English learning. Finally, Zeroion Champ Doozy J Typer is the latest entry in the racing series, featuring partner mechanics and elements influenced by previous RPG installments. This page features the second part of the strategy guide for Top Skater, focusing on performing tricks to achieve a high S rank. It details various skateboarding techniques like bank, slide, spin, and grab, explaining how to execute them with accompanying screenshots. The page also highlights AM No. 3 Network Power Links, discussing a related radio drama and showing photos of the cast or staff. Furthermore, it announces the launch of the Top Skater official website, providing information about its content. This page showcases the evolution of Virtua Striker 2, detailing the game's new systems currently 80% complete. It explores revamped offensive and defensive strategies, explaining player positioning and tactics for scoring and preventing goals. The page also highlights the new direct pass system for faster attacks. Additionally, it presents the exciting results of the Daytona USA Circuit Edition Time Attack contest across multiple tracks, congratulating the top finishers and outlining the prizes awarded to the fastest drivers. This page introduces the Sega Saturn Network Navigator Special Disc, a package designed to bring internet access closer to Saturn owners. It highlights the improved browsing software and modem support, making it easier than ever to surf the web on the console. The special disc itself contains much more than just browser software, including various home pages and content that can be accessed offline. The page details how to get online, how home pages are like electronic books, how to follow links for net surfing, the convenience of bookmarks, and that the disc includes manuals and explanations for easy understanding. It also showcases specific content, like a Hudson homepage, a Gravure Idol photo collection featuring Yuko Sakamoto, and the Sega Entertainment Universe page, hinting at potential future fan support for popular titles like Sakura Taisen. This page shifts focus to Sega's Prick-related endeavors, highlighting upcoming titles and their push into the personal computer market. It features expected releases, like the PC versions of Manx TT Superbike, promising online battle modes, and Sky Target, an arcade/Saturn port, though lacking online features found elsewhere. Worldwide Soccer is also mentioned as a potential PC title. A major highlight is the confirmed June release of Denu Senki Virtualon for PC MMX, boasting enhanced graphics and support for network battles. The page notes Sega is seriously tackling the PC market with ports of popular console franchises like Sonic, Sakura Taisen, and Virtua Fighter. There's also an announcement for a second Sakura Taisen computer accessory collection coming in the summer. This page presents a vibrant spread focusing on upcoming arcade prizes and a deep dive into the adventure game Tokimeki Memorial Rainbow-Colored Youth. The left side showcases Sega's latest prizes, including plush toys for Last Bronx and Puyo Puyo 2, high-grade Evangelion t-shirts, and Evangelion keychain figures. It also features a segment where professional evaluators review reader ideas for potential prizes, like a transforming Evangelion unit. The right side is dedicated entirely to Tokimeki Memorial Rainbow-Colored Youth, highlighting its status as an anticipated adventure game set in a high school over 17 days. It specifically focuses on the character Saki-chan, detailing her significant role and showcasing numerous screenshots of various school locations and dating scenes. The page explores mid-game highlights, including interactions with Saki and Minori, and emphasizes the importance of Sunday dates. There's also a significant contest offering original files related to the game as prizes. This page covers upcoming arcade hits. The left side previews G Darius, the highly anticipated sequel shown at the February AOU show. It emphasizes the game's stunning CG rendering of giant bosses, the new capture system allowing players to turn enemies into allies, and introduces the pilots Samura Krida and Lutiafian. Several impressive boss designs are shown, including Fire Fossil and Dimension Diver. The right side highlights Dynamite Baseball 97, a power-up baseball game from Sega. It discusses the improved graphics, more realistic player motion, enhanced playability with features like precise bat control and automatic fielding assistance, and updated player data and uniforms. Numerous screenshots showcase the game's detailed presentation. This page highlights Hyper Ultech, featuring useful techniques and hidden tricks for 8 different game titles, primarily focusing on Neon Genesis, Evangelion Second Impression, and Tokimeki Memorial Selection. These are submitted tips from readers, ranked for their practicality. For Evangelion Second Impression, discover how to select character voices and specific rounds in the practice mode. Metal Slug offers a unique private conversation with Sophia. In the convenience store, learn a method to quickly obtain a liquor sales license. Advanced World War 1000 Year Empire lets you select additional background music. Monster Slider hides a trick involving the final boss Claudia, and a fun mole hacking minigame. Yusu Classic Road features competitive races against famous rival horses. For Tokimeki Memorial Selection, you can influence Shiori's mood by viewing her portraits, and even find a fortune-telling minigame. Sentimental Graffiti First Window has a special automatic playback mode for its configuration screen. The page also features a section inviting readers to submit their own Ultech discoveries, with contact information provided. This page previews upcoming titles. First up is Fighter's History Dynamite, a fighting game port from Neo Geo. It features a roster of 13 characters and a unique weak point system where targeting specific body parts can stun your opponent. Next, experience the horror adventure 7 Haunted Mansions, The Shivering Smile. This game puts you in control of 2 protagonists simultaneously as you explore a spooky mansion on a remote island, solving puzzles and unraveling a terrifying mystery presented through CG sequences. Finally, Reach at the Beach blends mahjong gameplay with a romance simulation story mode. You play against 3 charming female characters, building relationships through interactions and events, culminating in various endings. It features a talented voice cast bringing the characters to life. This page previews several exciting upcoming releases. First, get ready for the intense action of Rockman X4, where you can play as both Rockman X and Zero, each with their own distinct abilities and moves. Experience a gripping story filled with animated cutscenes as you battle the Reploids. Next, hit the ice with NHL 97, a realistic ice hockey simulation. This game features licensed NHL teams and players, allowing you to experience the speed and physicality of the sport with various camera angles and authentic commentary. Witness signature moves and the potential for rough, exciting clashes on the ice. Then, delve into Gameware Volume 5, a compilation disc featuring a variety of content. It includes digital magazine sections, video strategy guides, and a collection of mini-games, such as a training simulation, blackjack, a puzzle game, and more, including multiplayer options. Also featured is Disc Volume 5 Nanako Fujisaki, a digital photo book and video featuring the popular idol Nanako Fujisaki, complete with photo shoots and making Quino footage, plus a couple of included minigames. Finally, prepare for high-octane combat racing in hockey. This game challenges you to destroy enemies with lasers and missiles while racing against the clock on various courses. Choose from multiple car types and switch camera perspectives as you blast your way to victory. This page previews several upcoming releases. First, Kochikame is a 3D board game adapting the popular manga, featuring characters like Ryo-san. Twinkle Star Sprites brings its unique versus shooting action, with new characters added for the Saturn version. Mech Warrior 2 is a Saturn port of the PC 3D mech combat simulator, where players pilot different battle mechs across various missions. For horse racing fans, Derby Analyst provides data and tools to help predict race outcomes. Koi no Summer Fantasy is a dating simulation game starring idol Megumi Okina, set at a resort with activities that influence the story. DX Jinsei Game 2 is the latest entry in the classic life simulation series, adding new stats and depth. It offers a Go game with variable AI difficulty and beginner-friendly features. Additionally, a section highlights limited edition re-releases of Sakura Taisen and Virtua Cop 2 commemorating their CESA awards, complete with bonus items. This page dives into the latest status reports for a ton of highly anticipated games currently in development. We get updates on everything from the Azel Panzer Dragoon RPG, where you might get to be a dragon, to collections like Sonic Jam bringing classic speed to the console. Fighting game fans can check in on Last Bronx and Marvel Superheroes. There are also major RPGs like Grandia and Lunar. Eternal Blue getting development reports, with Grandia's opening movie already finished. Survival horror arrives, with Biohazard confirmed for the system. Simulation fans aren't left out, with updates on titles like J.League Pro Soccer Club 2, and dating sims like Graduation Less and Tokimeki Memorial. Notably, Marika's True World is reported as 100% complete with impressive visuals. The page covers a wide spectrum of genres, giving a clear picture of what's next. This page presents the Sega Saturn's upcoming new title lineup in a calendar format, detailing planned releases. It lists games by month and date, showing the title, developer or publisher, and price. The calendar covers releases from May through October, with a large section dedicated to titles planned for release later in the year, this summer, this fall, and those without a fixed date. Release date undecided. A guide is included explaining how to read the calendar, noting that games marked with red text are new titles, and games marked with blue text have had title changes or are re-releases. This provides a comprehensive look at the immediate and future software landscape for the Saturn. This page features a large spotlight on the game Eberouge, a simulation title released on both PlayStation and Sega Saturn. Presented as a game centered around themes of love, friendship, and adventure, it covers the characters' journeys through childhood and adolescence, and boasts fully voiced characters. The page highlights its May 5th release date, pricing it at 6,800 yen across 2 kradroms, and showcases various character artwork and in-game scenes. A list of character voice actors is also included. The rest of the page includes the magazine's game index, a preview of the next issue, and other standard publication details. This page is dedicated to 2 distinct games published by Victor Interactive Software. The main feature on the left is Sea Bass Fishing 2, a realistic fishing simulation game already on sale. It highlights impressive visuals and realistic fish behavior, focusing on catching large sea bass. The right side promotes Marika, a terrifying psychic suspense RPG set in 1997 Japan. Recommended for players 18 and over, it features anime-style characters, a compelling story with over 4 hours of visual scenes, and animated battles. Marika is scheduled for release on the Sega Saturn.